today Integrator Media is at Arabian Travel Market
Yep.
with Intan Agustina, Director of Client Growth Nativex. So how is the day going?
Today has been going well. Today is my busiest day in all entire ATM actually. So I've been having a meeting from 10:30 and more until later, including the after party.
Yeah, yeah, I can totally relate with that. So can you describe some current trends and cultural preferences in the Chinese tourism landscape?
Sure. So in terms of the Chinese tourism landscape, I think previously we all know that China is well known about like the group travelers. But right now, that is one of the significant change that the trends has moved into somewhere where it's more individual, where it's more toward female travelers, like myself, like yourself, solo traveler, of course. Gen Z as well is, a segment of the audience that is increasingly popular as well for China.
Yeah. So with the projected increase to 130 million Chinese outbound tourists in 2024, what are the top destinations for Chinese tourists in the Middle East?
Well, that's a really good question.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll give a little bit of background. So, Nativex is part of Movista. We are a public listed company in China, in Hong Kong actually, headquartered in China. So we pride ourselves in being data driven. Now, I can say this with certainty because we've done a social listening and we've done research as well in terms of the top 5 destinations. I know you say Middle East, but one of them is within the region. So the first one will be UAE. Second will be Turkey. The third one will be KSA, Egypt, and Morocco.
Okay, that sounds cool. So how do you predict these trends evolving over the next few years?
I would say one word is going to blow up. It's just going to be like increasingly more popular. So the number of travelers that's coming into the Middle East region from China has been increasing. And it is a high number and it's been increasing. I've seen the demand to target China as China to get the audience to actually come, to attract the travelers to come into the region is actually, increasing as well. Right now, the destinations around this region is getting ready for 2025. It can only say one thing, it is going to increase. We're going to see that more Gen Z is going to be traveling as well. People who are in the group, let's not discriminate as well, they will still be traveling. It also will start traveling into this region too.
Yeah. So why is the corporate traveler demographic becoming increasingly significant in the biased tourism sector?
Right. So we're talking about MICE then, right? So especially in UAE and KSA as well, MICE is an effort. It is a conscious effort. This attracts a lot of business travelers in China. If you look into the airport, into the arrival in KSA or even in UAE, you will see there are a lot of Chinese travelers, business travelers. And there are a lot of companies as well from China setting up in this region. And don't forget, this is like important, they are also potentially the leisure traveler. So I think it's somehow related. When you are a business traveler, you're also looking to have a little bit of leisure, you want to extend, you want to explore the region as well. Take me as an example. I am here, but I also want to explore around the region too. I am what will be considered as business traveler too. So it's important. It's going to bring not just the leisure number, but also potentially for like around the region, it's beneficial.
What factors make these destinations appealing to Chinese tourists?
All right, there are a few factors. Number one, that the destinations should keep in mind, whether it's hotel or everything within the travel ecosystem, is that the Chinese audience are very, very concerned when it comes to safety, right? So this is number one factor, safety. And then of course, whether accessibility, where am I going to stay? So all this well-known hotel chain, that will be like a preference as well for these travelers. Safety, accessibility, and then all the other offerings such as history, such as wellness, such as culture, that includes food, that includes the interactions with the locals. Those are the new experiences that the Chinese travelers are actually looking for.
All right. So, with Gen Z poised to become the main consumer group in outbound travel, what innovative marketing strategies should travel businesses consider to appeal to this tech savvy generation?
Right. So before I answer that questions, let me give you a bit of a figure. So Gen Zs in China is a rising generations, right? They are online in daily basis, and the number is staggering. It's more than my 8 hours sleep. It's actually 10 and a half hours, at least on a daily basis, they are online. So the answer is really simple. What is the strategy is make sure that all this destination, make sure you are online, make sure you can be found online. And I'm not sure if you can capture all the other platforms that we mentioned here as well. Be present, promote about the destination, promote about the offerings as well online, and also ensure that the conversion journey is seamless. So in China, it's slightly different from the rest of the world. When it comes to the rest of the world, you have your booking engines as well. In China, it's very similar, and they made it really, really seamless with all the social media, with the chatting platform as well, and all that. We call them some super app. So yeah, seamless.
Great. So, how important is ATM for Nativex?
Well, it's definitely important. We are here, we have a presence, we have a booth, it's important. But I'm going to quote one of my partner that I just met actually today, why ATM is an important part. ATM is a place where you can meet people in person. This is also a place where you can see, people from the industry. I'm going to quote him, okay? So he said that this is the place for someone that you've known before. You plan to give them a call, maybe like yesterday, maybe 2 weeks ago, but life happened, work happened, and you didn't get a chance. And all you know, it's like 1 year has passed. So ATM is the place to be, especially with travel. It's also important for the Nativex. It's also important for a client-facing role that I'm having as well, to be able to meet the people in the industry. So yes, super important.